Every year in August, we ask Americans to update their impressions of business and industry sectors. It's a fairly simple procedure. We read a long list of businesses, and for each one, ask Americans if they have a positive or negative impression. Let's go through now our top 5 list of things that we learn when we examine this year's results very carefully. First of all, food and computers are good. Take a look at the top 5 on the list here. The computer industry is number 1, then 3 food-related industries, the restaurant industry, farming, and the grocery industry. And then the top 5 list is filled out by another computer-related industry, the internet industry. So for whatever reason, Americans think very positively when you read any of these business or industry sectors to them. Number 2 on our top 5 list of things we learned from our business and industry ratings this year, oil and gas, not so positive. In fact, the oil and gas industry is at the very bottom of the list this year, as it has been previously. We thought maybe that the oil and gas industry would take an even further hit this year because of the BP oil spill in the Gulf, but that's not the case. The oil and gas industry kind of holding steady about where it was last year, but certainly again at the very bottom of the list. Item number 3 on our top 5 list of things we learned, the auto industry doing much better. Look at this jump here in the net ratings of the auto industry. We had a 15-point jump in the net ratings, that is positive minus negative for the auto industry. It's now up at a plus 39, and although that's not great on a relative basis, that's much, much better than it has been in previous years. So we think perhaps because of the jump in sales of automobiles, the fact that the industry is doing better, recovering from some of the real problems it had in the last 2 years, Americans have a somewhat more positive image of the automobile industry and Detroit. Item number 4 on our list, the federal government just can't buy any respect. Certainly not quite as low as the oil and gas industry, but the federal government, that's the phrase we read, is down there second from the bottom in all of these business and industry sectors that we read to the American public. That's not a shocking result based on Congress approval and a lot of other things we've talked about, but nevertheless, the facts are clear. Americans just think more negatively than positively when you read the words to them, the federal government. Finally, education is down. In fact, the net ratings for education this year are as low as we've ever seen them. Why is this the case? We're not sure. But for whatever reason, over the last several years, the trend for Americans' perceptions of education, we just read that word, had been down, not up. There you have it, this year's top 5 list of things we learned as we examine Americans' views of business and industry sectors in the United States. I'm Dr. Frank Newport, Gallup's Editor-in-Chief.